Okay, Stoopz came out with a new video. We are missing so much in our version of Lost Ark, and then tier 3 progression overview. Okay. I'm interested to watch this because I just hit tier 3 yesterday, so I gotta catch up. And hopefully when the Argos stuff comes out and the raid stuff comes out, I'll be the right high level and I'll be able to do it. But let's check this video out here. Okay.
All right, so a lot of you guys have been asking me what I'm planning to do with Argos. If you don't know, they recently did a March reveal, and we're still waiting for the official roadmap where they announced that we're getting the Catan story. No one really cares about that. It is a good story, but no one really cares. And then
no one cares about the Lost Ark story. No one plays this game for the story, really. Oh man, yeah, this was such a bait. Like, they only came out with like 2 screenshots and just like, yeah, here's like 2 photos. This is what's coming, but no other information.
Argos. Argos is the first official raid that we will have in the Western version.
I am so excited for this. This is why I just wanted to play this game, is for the raiding. And I mean, the Guardian raids and the Abyssal dungeons and everything like that, they're fun, right? But I think, I'm not too sure, but I think Argos is just like what the end game rating is, like compared to like Final Fantasy or WoW, where they have like, you know, all these raids, different difficulties and everything. So I'm excited to try this. I've been waiting for this for a little bit.
It wasn't the first raid ever created for Lost Ark, but he's the first official raid that we'll be getting, and it is an Abyss raid. An Abyss raid is a fusion of a Guardian raid and an Abyss dungeon where you have multiple lives. It's pretty cool. It was my first really cool experience in Lost Ark. I'm currently playing on Russia with the English translator on, because if I do it on Korea on stream, I'll get banned, and I don't want to get banned.
Oh, really?
So, here we go.
Okay.
This is Argos. Entry.
So you'd be at level 1370. Okay. Fuck. Oh no. I'm like, after tier 3, I'll probably go up a little bit, but yikes. I wonder how hard that is to obtain. I know even the honing in tier 2 was annoying, man. It took me like 4 or 5 days to get to 1100 after getting to like tier 2. You know, and I mean, I was buying Mary's shop, and I didn't really spend any other money besides that, and those crystals I got from just selling gold. So I am still a free-to-play player, but you know, it took me a little bit to get to tier 3.
Level 1370 item level. That looks insane, especially if you're somebody that's just getting into tier 3.
Hey.
Okay, and this is Mystic, by the way. This was the official first raid ever in Lost Ark in tier 1. Not in tier 1 anymore. But Argos.
Why not? They should have a tier 1
1370.
raid.
There is some speculation, however.
Yo, they should have a tier 1 raid, because like not everyone's gonna be able to do Argos when it comes out, right? So if you have a tier 1 Abyss raid, that'd be awesome. Is that way like more people can try out that kind of content. This is gonna be, especially comes out in March, I think the vast majority of players are not even in tier 3 yet. I want to say like maybe like 10% or even less are in tier 3. So it's going to be tough. You know, I think a lot of the player base isn't going to be able to do Argos right away, at least.
That we will potentially have a 1400 entry level for Argos. This is just speculation, meaning that's even higher, but it'll be a uniformed entry level, because in Lost Ark and in Argos specifically, you enter at 1370 for phase 1, the first encounter. The second encounter is 1385. 1400 is the last encounter. Whereas in some of the other raids, like Vaulton, for example, the first Legion raid, it's 1415 all the way through. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, what the hell? How am I supposed to get there in time? It makes no sense. And I would agree. It actually makes no sense. And on top of that, the director even said during his Crown interview on the little Twitch thing that they're planning to do Argos, and then 1 month later, Vaulton at 1415.
Holy shit.
Now, they know at low...
Yo, log in right now, guys. We gotta log in right now. I've been playing this game like crazy, and I just got to tier 3, but hey, honestly, it's not a bad thing. Keep the content coming, right? It's like the opposite of WoW. When did 9.2 come out? Like a year or something? 8 months or something after 9.1? New content or new raid every month? I'm down. Like, yeah, it's a little stressful to like kind of keep up with all the item levels and requirements, but I mean, there's obviously no rush, right? If you can't keep up.
They did a little presentation at Loan, and they know that Legion raids and the endgame raids is what hooks players in. Statistically, those who try those raids end up staying longer and enjoying their time in Lost Ark.
I can't wait to fight this boss. The Shaco boss, yo. I'm so pumped. I bet it's going to be like Shaco in League, right? It's going to be either... It's probably going to be super annoying, huh? Right? It's probably going to be super annoying. He's going to have his little stupid little boxes everywhere. Oh, man.
So they want you to experience these raids. So how are we going to get there? Well, I have a little notepad that I will pull out, and I will give you what I think is going to happen, what the options are, and what I'll be doing. Okay, here we go. Option 1, buff the welcome challenge. Okay, the welcome challenge is located in the top right corner of your screen.
I think the welcome challenge is already like OP, man. Like you get so much stuff from that. It's crazy. I just got to tier 3 yesterday and it gave me like 1,000, I think 1,100 gold just for like doing something. I don't even read what the objectives are. I just collect and go.
It goes to 1370. But we've seen in the past that they've already buffed the welcome challenge based on how players were progressing. Smilegate does follow very closely the rate at which players are progressing their characters. They've done this in the past, and buffing the welcome challenge could be an option. The second option could be buffing the upgrade rates. Now, if you remember back, we talked about this on stream the day it came out, actually. It was looking like they actually would give us the late post-nostalgia update where you get 100% success rates in tier 1 and tier 2, and in Korea
yo. I hope they don't do this soon. I spent so many mats on tier 2 and I failed. I want to say I failed like 50% of my hones. That's why it took me so long to get to tier 3. There was like 2 days in a row where I rolled 4 times and like I only was successful once. You know, my pants are, it was like 6 times to upgrade to tier 15. It was so frustrating. But yesterday I had 1 roll left. I was like, okay, I was like 1,097 or something. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy Guardian Stones. I spent 1,800 gold, more than half my gold. That was only 1 roll that I had to get to tier 3, and we fucking got it, man. We got it.
Currently, there's a 20% base success rate upgrade from honing levels 1 through 15. So you get 20% extra compared to what we're getting now. So right now for a plus 15, it's 10%. It would be 30%. This is what we were supposed to get, and I was pretty excited about this because we would just be jumping all the way into tier 3 and making our tier 3 journey very easy. And in my opinion, this would have made complete sense with Argos being released so soon and Vaulton following that 1 month later. However, this is not what we're getting or we have currently, and this could be what we would see. However, I think this is unlikely because this would probably piss off a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie. This might piss off a lot of people that pushed their characters and decided to try to get there early. And
it's like imagine you do it the day before they announced this and you spend all these materials, especially if you whale, right? If you whale and you fucking spend like hundreds or thousands of dollars just to get that item to tier 15 or whatever. And then the next day, it's like, oh yeah, you have like plus 30% chance to have a successful hone in tier 3. It's gonna feel so bad. So they have to be careful here.
And then now you're getting there easy. And I know what some of you are saying, fuck them. And maybe you're right, fuck them. They're probably doing RMT anyways.
But then again, I don't think the company should like care too much, right? Because Smilegate or whatever, they shouldn't care too much because ultimately if it makes it like better for everybody, all the players, then they should do that.
However, what's probably more likely and what I think is going to happen is there are a lot of sources of materials that are not in the game currently. We are missing so much. Adding in the extra material sources.
Like, and I think there's like more stuff to do in the game. Oh no.
This is what's most likely to happen. Let me show you what we are missing today. The first thing that we are missing is our heroic guardians. Now, you know these guardians, right? You guys already don't. This is my favorite heroic guardian. This is my favorite guardian, by the way. I love Ark ARGOS. we have our guardians. There's something called heroic guardians.
What?
Heroic guardians are guardians that rotate on a weekly basis, and it's normalized guardians where you go back and you fight guardians at a normalized item level, ones that you may have done in the past. You can do this on one character on your roster
Holy
per week,
shit.
and the
Look how much damage he's doing. What the fuck? Is this what tier 3 is like? What?
mats are all tradable, and you get the juicer mats. It's a lot. It's really, really good, especially for those of you that don't have many characters and aren't rotating a bunch of guardians on all of your alts. If you're someone that likes to have minimal characters, this is great for you.
Okay.
Because you get extra materials. Even
This
though
will
you
be
only
good
have
for me. I only have 3 characters. I plan on making 4, and once the Arcanist comes out, and that's probably it. Like, I mean, yeah, just because it takes a lot of time.
character. It's really, really nice. Okay, that's one source of materials that we're missing. The next thing that we are missing is our Abyss Trials. Many of you guys know that we have Abyss Dungeons, and you've done these before on your characters.
Yeah.
However, there's something called an Abyss Trial, and this is the juice. It is rotating every 2 weeks. Oh, it's every 4 weeks now. I thought it was every 2. Whatever. This you do on one character, and you get materials that you can transfer to all of your characters. It's all roster bound. And the best part about this is you can choose if you want tier 1 mats, tier 2 mats, or tier 3 mats.
That's
and
really
you go back
cool.
and you do an older dungeon on normalized item level, so you can revisit some of the ones that you did in the past for fun.
Wait, so does it, so if you say, so it says gear score at 960, does that mean if you're like 1300, it brings you down to 960? Because that would be really cool, because like going in and like one shot on the boss at like such a high eye level, it's not that fun. It wouldn't really feel rewarding too. So if what he means by normalizing it, it's like Echo, like in Final Fantasy, where they bring you down to match the content. I hope they do that.
And you get crazy amounts of mats and categorized card packs. So if you're really trying to target Solus or a specific card, this will help you in your card
That's pretty
journey.
cool.
Also a great way to potentially earn legendary cards. Insane source of materials that we're currently missing in our version that should be there. The next thing that we're missing is the PvP vendor. Where is the PvP vendor, man? I mean, I want to do PvP and get rewarded for it on my stream. It's fun. I mean, there ain't no PvP vendor. I mean, look at it, man. Look at all this juice that we're missing. And it's even the Korean version actually.
I don't like PvP. I do not like PvP, so I don't mind. I don't mind that it's out.
Potentially a potential way to earn more juice. You get PvP tokens every week. It's all roster bound, so you can trade them around, and you're getting big juice. Huge mats.
They should have that though. Right now, there's no incentive to do PvP at all.
That we're missing each and every week. Now with Vaulton, even Vaulton following shortly after Argos, we also have the bridge, and the bridge is one of the best sources for materials potentially in all of Lost.
Yo, look at that mount. How does one get that mount? I don't have any cool mounts, dude.
Lost Ark. When we get Vaulton, South Vern unlocks. And with South Vern, I expect to earn the bridge, depending on the version you're playing on. And this thing gives so many mats.
Oh, it's like the tower?
Okay, it's like a buffed version of a
Oh, I'm doing the tower, the second part, and I'm on that boss where there's like 2 bosses and they split up. And I'm playing Gunlancer, and it has like the purple circles in that boss. I got to like, it's like the last health bar halfway through, and you get perma CC'd if you get stuck. And it's so annoying as a Gunlancer to kill that boss. I've tried like 4 times. I gotta finish the tower. It's getting annoying, man.
Tower, but you don't have to do each floor individually. You simply can just do the latest floor or the most difficult one and claim all of the materials previously.
So nice. I don't like the tower, honestly. I mean, some levels are fun, but most of it's just pretty boring.
A ton of silver. You even get sellable legendary engraving books that are worth a ton of gold.
Yeah.
And I'm talking the most.
Damn, 20 pouches. Damn, yo, the bridges be crazy.
Amount of mats. It doesn't end there though. Lost Ark does a lot to help you progress your characters. So
That's a lot of content. Well, you get the bridge. You got the heroic guardian raids, and then this heroic abyssal dungeons. That's like 3 new forms of content. weekly, right? Well, the Abyssal raid, the Abyssal, or the bridge, you'd probably just do once. But even still, that's a lot of content.
With Cuckoo, when we get Cuckoo, let's say we're coming into the game later.
Is that his name, Cuckoo? Oh, okay, that's not a bad name. I call him Shaco or Shaco, but Cuckoo.
And you want to get into some of the raiding content. We have Cuckoo Satan, one of my favorite raids in April. There is a rehearsal vendor. This vendor, rehearsal, is a much normalized, easier version of those raids to help players get their feet wet with some of the mechanics. When you complete those raids, whether on the actual regular difficulty or the easy difficulty, for those two specific raids, because they're rather challenging, you get a token. LFR, it's not like LFR. You know why it's not like LFR? Because it's way harder than LFR.
Thank God. LFR is such a joke. I remember back in Mists of Pandaria, shortly after LFR, I think, came out. I'm not too sure. But I would just play Hunter, and Hunters had so much burst. And you would just go in as Hunter, pop all your cooldowns at the start, do a ton of damage, and then just like do something else on your other monitor.
You will,
and I would still be like in the top 5 DPS. That's how bad LFR was.
Still be in there for hours. It's not dumbed down, but it is easier. I thought, oh, I did the rehearsal version, man. I'm ready for the actual raid. I got pooped on because I thought the rehearsal version would be easier because I was there for 8 hours doing it blind. That was a mistake.
Oh, geez. Whoa.
But that vendor...
That part of the raid? This is like a mini game. That's so cool. I can't wait for this boss. It looks so cool. I just like the card theme, man. That's why I want to play the Arcanist. I want to be like Hisoka.
Gives you insane materials. Millions of silver.
Millions?
Weapon crystals, shard bags. I mean, leap stones. Just, it's insane how much you get. Again, you can earn a sellable engraving book for gold. Get that grudge book. Easy 15,000, 20,000 gold to your character.
Yeah.
Same thing here for the other raids. Card packs. Guaranteed legendaries. Guaranteed legendary cards. You're short that one extra card for your Esther deck. Boom. Right? This is also an insane source of materials. There's one more thing that I want to show you guys because I'm running out of breath and there's so much content that I know you're probably overwhelmed. And I don't blame you.
It doesn't seem too bad, but if you have a lot of characters, a lot of this is weekly stuff. Unless the heroic abyssal dungeons are daily. It could be a lot, yeah.
Being overwhelmed. But there's also another source of materials that you can earn, and that's going to be from when probably Vault.
You know how all like the gaming industries are getting rid of, I mean, everything's like boycotting Russia right now. If Smilegate takes down the Russian servers, I think the war is going to end.
Comes out. So I'm assuming this is
just the citizens are going to just storm Putin's palace.
My plan or my thought process. I'm assuming that with either Argos or Vaultin, we will get potentially one of these vendors, I should say, or updates, or one of these changes will either happen with Argos or Vaultin. I think some of the stuff will come with Vaultin. I do think there will be some type of release with Argos as well to circumvent some of the missing mats. Because even if, you guys, they buff the upgrade rates, the mats just don't exist, I feel like, currently. The mats, as a player that's farming, just don't exist.
Yeah. Tier 2, I did 2 Guardian raids a day and then 2 Abyss Chaos dungeons a day. And I had enough for, I think, 2 rolls. 2 honing rolls, late tier 2, mid tier 2 even, like tier 10 to tier 15. Like I only had 2 rolls I could do, and then I was just out of mats, and I had to go to Mary's shop, and then yeah, that's all I had. That's why it took me a while to get to 1100.
The last thing is going to be South Vern, which unlocks with the Legion raids. This could be something that will help you, especially when you have one character in Lost Ark. That's why I said there was this video that Fox came out saying where if you have one character, you won't really get anywhere. And although I do understand where he's coming from and he is a knowledgeable player and he understands the game, I don't really agree. I think your first character gets sauced up really hard because there are so many legacy one-time reward systems in the game that come out that help you a lot with your first character. And that first character will then help you with your other characters. Okay. South Vern Chaos Dungeon being one of them. Southburn is a dungeon that you will do. You simply go in here. It's a weekly thing. You can go in here and gather some materials. You get these spheres. You can choose different difficulties. And this vendor gives you so many mats. You take the quest, you get entry tickets. And this vendor in particular gives you, I mean, I've already used it up, right? Weapon crystals, citrine bags, upgrade mats, citrine honor stones, millions of silver. And it has just runes as well, weapon crystals, bags, just bags of materials, cards. It gives you lots of stuff, okay? Card experience, lots of stuff. So my personal plan is to, I think this is most likely, and what I would do right now is, for me, as someone that makes videos, of course I want to get to Argos soon, but there's nothing really happening at Argos. There's no reason to do Argos early.
I want to do Argos as soon as it comes out. It's just, I don't know, it looks a lot of fun. You know, that's why I started playing this game, is to check out the raids. So I'm going to try to do it as soon as I can.
Some people will try to sell some accessories and get some gold early, but in my opinion, it's more likely that I would just ride the wave of buffs and releases that the game plans to give you. And what will happen, we will get these things, whether it be really soon or with Vaultin. I would use these to get there at a much more cost-effective price. And I would save all of my gold and sell my materials so that I could afford artifact grade axe, you know, accessories, right? You want to, these accessories are the most important thing in the game, okay? Because these are the ones that you keep for a long time.
Artifact, okay.
However, I would not sell any of my materials, and I would hoard all of my materials and wait for them to give us a roadmap to see if any of these things are coming. Right? Wait for the roadmap.
Okay.
This for me is the most important thing.
I was gonna, because his previous video, when he was in Tier 3, he said that he was gonna sell all of his materials just to make gold, and then when the price goes down, he can just, you know, buy a ton with all the gold he's made. And I was gonna do that because I just got a Tier 3, so that's why I wanted to get to Tier 3 so fast, so I can accelerate, make all that gold, and then when this comes out, I can just get immediately to that eye level. But this changes things. So we'll have to see.
Because if we get all of these extra sources of materials, then you know you don't need those materials, or maybe you could opt to sell them or just keep them and use those as well to even go further to get to Vaultin. See what's coming before you sell or get rid of any of your materials. That is my plan. What I
trust you, Stoopz. I trust you, man.
I expect to happen. Someone saying relic in my chat. The names are.
It's like when you try to follow, like, I don't know, like a stock market channel, and you're just like, do this with your money, just invest in this stock. I'm just like, okay.
Different. I'm pretty sure.
That's why I bought GameStop. I saw all those numbers on Wall Street Bets, you know, and whatever, super stock. Everyone has all these graphs and like analysis pages and pages of like forums and stuff, and I'm just like reading it like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, buying stocks. I'm buying GameStop, right?
On this region. Let me hold on. That's not my fault. Why does the game? It's not my fault, man. The localization in Lost Ark sucks. It's terrible. Okay, anyway, artifact, relic, the dark orange ones, whatever it is, save for those, because those are the ones that you're going to be keeping for quite some time. And there's really no rush to get to Argos, as the gold is nerfed and it's guaranteed class accessories to drop, meaning I don't think the value will be as high. But anyway, you're free to do whatever you want. This is just my opinion, my experience, what I've learned from playing the game for as long as I have. I hope you found this video helpful, useful, or informative.
No, this was really helpful. I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do with my materials now, and I definitely want to get to Argos ASAP, so I might just sell stuff still, but we'll see.
If you have any questions, you can find me somewhere here on the screen at my live stream.
Yeah, check out his channel, guys.
I'm willing to answer them. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you all in the next one.
That was a good video.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That was a good video. All right, let's get grinding. We gotta get to Tier 3. We gotta get to that eye level to fight Argos.